My name's Alexis Nungaray. I am Jocelyn Nungaray's mom. Jocelyn was my 12-year-old daughter. She was strangled and killed and sexually assaulted and left in a bayou in Houston, Texas by two illegal Venezuelan men. They were apprehended and detained for 24 hours and let go within 24 hours of their time frames, and one was released 3 weeks before Jocelyn was killed. It truly means a lot to me and my family to know that the Trump administration is doing everything in their power to stop the crime that we have with the illegal immigrants coming here, and I truly feel that the Trump administration has done everything in their power to raise awareness and speak up and stop what is happening, because it doesn't need to happen anymore.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about the Gates and the mark of the beast and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring. And George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil. Chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk a doubter, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
I found it very cowardly that a lot of the Democrats didn't stand, didn't clap, didn't do anything. They don't stand for anything humane. They don't stand for us as citizens.
Joining me now.
All right, I bring this subject up a lot of times because the people involved with it touch my heart as they do every other warm-blooded American that understands what it is to be human, to have a heart, to have a soul, to have a conscience. And it's almost like family, because you look at the picture, you hear the age of this innocent little girl, and most of us, I know I do, but most of us are like, hey, I have kids that age. I don't have kids, but I do know for a fact I have second and third cousins that were the age of this sweet, innocent little girl. And, I have best friends who moved on with their lives, got married and have kids, and their kids this age, and some even a little older. So to imagine anything happening to any of my friends' kids, or certainly any of my relatives who are in this age group, it would be an outrage, and it should be an outrage to anyone who sees things like this happen. And the scummy left will call it a fake outrage. Before I get into that, the person you saw at the beginning of this video and right after the intro was Alexis Nungaray. She was the mother of the sweet, innocent little girl I speak of, Jocelyn Nungaray. And rightfully so, Alexis Nungaray is not pleased with the Democrats. And if she was sitting right here beside me, I believe she would agree with me. Crime runs rampant because of the Democrats. And people will say that anybody that speaks out against the Democrats because of what happened to Jocelyn Nungaray are just expressing fake outrage. They'll say that they are exploiting the names of the dead to get publicity and smear the names of people involved with a decent political party that supposedly cares about America. And they would include Alexis Nungaray, the mother of this little girl who was defiled and deleted, as one of the people fake outraging the parent of this victim. They'll say she's fake outraging. That's how sick they are. And these people won't look in the mirror and say, you know what? My outrage over George Floyd must be fake outrage too. And I did do a follow-up video. I wish Derek Chauvin would go to hell and all that. And I actually issued a video apology to Derek Chauvin, who will never see that video, I'm sure, because he's sitting in jail. But George Floyd ate meth, died of a methamphetamine overdose because he ate meth, and it was that killed him, not Derek Chauvin's knee. That is fact. You get mad at me all you want. Facts don't care about your feelings. As the non-genocidal Jewish man Ben Shapiro would say. Because no Jew is genocidal, period. You will find more racist black people than you will find genocidal Jewish people. That is fact. The last genocide, the one and only genocidal Jew that ever exists was Henry Kissinger, and he's dead. So anyway, let's get away from that. That's moron talk to debate me on that. But Jocelyn Nungaray, you know the story because I've said it a few times and you've seen it plenty of times on the internet, on other people's channels and websites. Sweet, innocent 12-year-old girl left the house to make a phone call by the convenience store. Gets dragged under a bridge, raped and killed in June 2024. And there were talks of these men, Pena and Rangel? Franklin Pena and Jose Rangel. There's talks of releasing these men. They should not be released. These men were already captured and released before they committed the rape and murder of Jocelyn Nungaray. And I will say it again. Alexis Nungaray, Jocelyn's mother, is 100% right to be mad at the Democratic Party. And she called it like it is. She called the Democrats for what they are. They are heartless. They are soulless. They are spineless. And I, like the majority of this country, like the general consensus of this country, do not want these spineless, slithering, sluggish snakes, these slimy bastards, to be representing our country. What is my country? It's the United States of America. It's not some country in the middle of Europe. My parents' origins come from two different countries. Do you chop me in half, blood gushing everywhere, and send one dead piece of meat, half of me, plop it out of an airplane in one country, and then plop the other half of me, that's a dead piece of bloody meat, into another country? Is that how you solve that problem? You Democrats are violent enough to fantasize about that, aren't you? You guys are out for blood. That's why, the party needs to die by any means necessary. Now, of course, people are going to be, oh, he's talking about murdering people. Blah, blah, blah. No, I'm saying the party itself needs to die. It's people with its principles uh, are think like criminals. They think like criminals because they think to protect criminals. Their wheels are turning. How do I protect these criminals? How do I protect? How do I call everybody fascist while protecting everybody who's exactly like Adolf Hitler, while calling Donald Trump Hitler? I mean, you could write like a 1979, 1980 style, very early stages of hip hop style rap song, and about it, you know? It's like, you're Hitler, you're Hitler, you're Hitler, Hitler, Hitler. You know? And how else do you say it? You you gotta be inept while you go step and paint your big swastika. How do you do it? I mean, however you guys do it. But yeah, that's you guys. You guys are the ones that are the fascists calling everybody else fascist. How is a fascist to want scum of the earth like these two grown men who had to double team, who had to join forces? These two grown men had to join forces to overpower, violate, and kill a 12-year-old girl. What kind of loser do you have to be to not only have it in your heart and mind to do this, but then to act on it, and to be so inept at even being physically capable of acting on it that you need help from another person who actually actively helps you in doing this? What kind of besides being a monster, what kind of a fucking coward, loser, son of a bitch bastard do you have to be to do this? It took these two grown men to take down, violate, and murder a 12-year-old girl. How fucking weak are you? Not only mentally, but physically. How fucking creepy are you that you couldn't seduce two grown women to voluntarily sleep with you? That you both had to share an unwilling 12-year-old girl that fought back with every last breath of her life. And the Democrats hate Jocelyn Nungaray. They hate that there's a national wildlife refuge in Texas now named after her. They hate Alexis Nungaray. The Democrats hate Alexis Nungaray. They hate Jocelyn Nungaray. They despise Jocelyn Nungaray. The only thing they see as a positive in their eyes is, to them, Jocelyn Nungaray, to them, represents a symbol of what they want more of. Yes, the Democrats are creepy, insensitive, soulless monsters. It's not that they ignore the raping and killing of children. They want the raping and killing of children. They are sleazy creeps that root for grown men overpowering and having their way with children. So this is why we are going to have to vote every Democrat that holds office out of office. Respect God. Watch out for the Illuminati. Follow and share this entire video. Stay strong, keep kicking that slang. It's the hip-hop legend, recording engineer, underground rock and roll hero, MC Too Tall. Don't be gross. Don't be stupid. Don't be a creep that makes women feel uncomfortable. Have a good day.